know that one of the things that you're able to do to help prepare both the youth and the adult leaders is to put together a guidebook each year, and you've now developed a little bit of a template that can be adjusted each year as you go. And what are some of the things that you include in that guidebook?
Absolutely. Well, first let me say this is probably one of the most painstaking processes of the trip, but I love being able to provide a resource like this, and it probably just goes back to my my style of leadership and event planning, and I like to be able to provide. But for me, I give each one of our students and our leaders receives a guidebook at the beginning of the week, and in that guidebook is all sorts of stuff. I've noticed over the years of working in youth ministry that kids want to know stuff. They want to know what's coming up next. They want to know where we're going. When are we going to be there? All that kind of stuff. So we try to put as much information in this book to deflect as many of those questions as possible so that they can just have it right there at the resources. I think kids, if they have it, then they can look at it and reference it throughout the week. So in this guidebook, there's a number of things. We have things such as our trip covenant, which every student and every adult signs. And it's kind of basically the rules of the road that we live by, everything from, respecting each other's right to be here and their space and their privacy, to things, such as obviously you can't bring weapons on the trip, basic stuff. Right. But it's a covenant that we all agree to, that we live by. And that's in there. It has our goals. It has some of the things I mentioned earlier about how to prepare to serve. The way we structure our trips, the kids are broken into teams. And so it'll be a team of maybe 10 or 11 students and then 2 adults, a male and a female team lead. And so we have the team rosters in the book so the kids can all see who's on each team. And we don't announce the teams until the day the kids arrive. Oh. And this is for a number of reasons, because inevitably, if I was to put the teams out there a couple weeks ahead of time, I would spend the next 2 weeks fielding phone calls from parents saying, well, can my daughter please be on this? You don't understand. Our hope is that if we don't tell them the teams until the day of the trip, they're just like, I got to deal with it, and inevitably they have an incredible time and they get to see their friends and it's all good and they make new friends, which is incredible. And they don't understand that when we're getting ready to leave. Right. But occasionally I do have a parent who's very adamant about a situation. And so some of the prep work that goes into this I'll just touch on this for a minute, is also taking the temperature of the kids. I rely on some of our senior high students who are some of our student leaders to kind of, give me a heads up on stuff. Oh, they're not dating anymore? Then I should probably not put them on the same team. Oh, they got in a fight last week at school, like an argument in front of everybody in the cafeteria? Let's not put them on the same team. Right. Or, those types of things so that we have a better idea of who to put on what team. It's a very complicated process when I'm putting the kids on different teams, but we try to have a good mix of gender and age and kids that that are part of our student leadership team, and we try to really make each team diverse in every way possible so that the kids can have a really well-rounded experience. So that's in the book. We also do leadership team profiles. We have each of our adults fill out a profile with like a bunch of random, interesting, funny questions. And every year we do something different for a photo. One year we had every adult submit a selfie. Last year we had every adult submit a high school photo of themselves, which was really interesting. And this year we're having each adult submit one of those like cartoon bitmojis. I don't know much about it, but it's like a cartoon of yourself. And so that's in the book. And the kids always like that because it gives you a glimpse into the adults.
The humanity of the adults who are going to accompany you.
Right. And it gives, a lot of times it provides a conversation jumping off place. Right. And actually, one of the things we got as a feedback from last year's trip was, well, why don't we provide these questionnaires for all of our students so that we can get to know a little bit more about the kids before we go on the trip. And so each of the kids fills out a questionnaire, and we are providing those to our adults ahead of the trip so that they can say, oh, okay, here's something I can talk about with this girl. She really likes country music, and I like country music too. So we have a conversation starter right there. You know what I mean? So it provides that kind of situation. Among other things in the book, we We have a chore assignment where every team is assigned different chores throughout the week. And so we have a schedule in the book so that's outlined right at the beginning of the week. There's no doubt about that. We do theme days to kind of keep the
theme days?
Oh, they're fun. We do a different theme every day. Just a way to kind of, bring a new excitement to the trip every day. So we do like a funny T-shirt day. Obviously, there's some that always are a little borderline that we have to say, well, I don't know if you should wear that one. But the kids are usually pretty good about it. Mission trip shirt day. A lot of the kids have been on a lot of our mission trips in the past, and we just encourage them to wear one of our mission trip shirts. We do Throwback Thursday, and they can do that whatever way they want. Where some of our adults have dressed up like what they would have worn when they were in high school, or there's all kinds of things.
So it sounds like a good way to build community.
It is. The other big one is we have our own Cleveland Browns backers day, because a lot of us are big Browns fans, and this summer we're going to Pittsburgh, and so we want to let these people in Pittsburgh know that there's still a strong contingent of Browns fans, and so that's always fun because they're a terrible football team, but we love them anyways, and so we like to support them whenever we go around the country. So we do stuff like that. We do a theme day. We also give the kids, like I said, like an itinerary and the packing list. We have the contact information for all the places we're going. We put some background information in on the organization we're serving with, or, for example, we went to Louisiana last summer, so I put some background information about Hurricane Katrina, just to give the kids a little snapshot of what that was like, because that was over 10 years ago already, and so a lot of these kids were like babies when that happened.
So this guidebook helps to bring everybody to be literally on the same page.
Yes, exactly.
So that it's yes.
Yeah, it does. It helps. It's a reference point. It's something that everybody can refer to. One of the big ways that we keep everybody on the same page with our guidebook is we include a daily devotional. So every year we come up with a theme. Either the organization that we're working with may have a theme, or we come up with a theme, and then we usually put in a daily devotional that either myself or one of our other adult leaders write, and that goes in the book. And then every night we have a worship service, and then after that worship service, each team breaks out into a small group, and they kind of talk about the day, what were their highs from the day, what were their lows from the day, and then they'll read through the devotional, and we provide our adult leaders with a group of questions to go with each daily devotional, and we also give them a sheet that's called Small Group Tips on how to get the most out of their small group time, and we have found that time is not only something that the kids enjoy the most, but it's also some of the best conversations come out of those times after a long, hard day, and the kids just have a chance to just kind of get real and talk about, there's that faith aspect. It's not just the construction part and the serving part, but it's that point in the day where we can really talk about how does this all tie together? Where does this all fit in with everything else? And so that's a great thing. And then there's different things we add in the back. Different ads about other things we have coming up in the summer. And then we also, we usually put a little shout out to like our graduating seniors. I usually write them a little farewell, kind of thank you for being a part of this for so many years.
So that shows how it's part of the overall youth group experience.
Exactly. The other big part, we're really big on social media with our trips.
Say more.
We usually develop a hashtag for each trip, so we keep it really simple. We do like senior high SH mission trip 2016. That's our hashtag for this year. And so we encourage every student to take as many photos as they can during the week, and when they post them to Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, to use that hashtag. And we have purchased a software. It's called Instagrab, where you can put in a hashtag, and it will find every photo that has used that hashtag and grab them into a folder. And then we use them as a slideshow at the end of the week.
Instagrab,
and then Instaplayer is the one to play the photos from Instagrab.
Okay.
So these are some great apps that you can purchase for your computer, and it's great because then every kid kind of has an opportunity to add to the story, right? Because there's 100 of us on this trip, and we're all having 100 different experiences. Then this is an opportunity for them to showcase through photography what their experience was like. And so, and then all these photos we play during our final meal together. And it's just a really neat opportunity to capture the experience through so many different points of view.